Okay, I should be up on all platforms now. Should be up on all platforms now, hopefully. Hopefully we should be back up on Twitch as well. I hate this because now we're going to drop heavily for numbers, which is so annoying when I'm trying to stream later than 7. So we need all your support here for a little bit, y'all. Fuck my fucking life, dude. All right, should be back up. Should back up. Yes, thank you guys for tapping and sharing. Hold on. No, it'll ping automatically, Ash. It'll ping automatically. Hello, y'all. We had to refresh. We crashed. I don't know what I literally don't know what happened. My internet went out. We will have an ad break coming up. I'm so sorry, y'all. My internet went out. Like, it just crashed completely. It's very annoying. I hate when this happens. Courtney, thank you for the 100 biddies. But yes, guys, we've been live already for 6 hours. So we've been live for a hot minute. I was trying to see how long I've been live total, but of course it's not going to tell me anymore. I'm loving the new season. I'm loving it. Okay, we should be back up now. Hopefully we're back up. Should be good to go. I think we're good. All right. Crash or crashed out. I was this close. Like, and this time it wasn't my computer. It was just my internet, which, like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean my internet crashed? Olvie, thank you for the heart. Me, welcome in. And Lucifer, thank you for the hat and mustache. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Twisted Stitcher, thank you for the hat and mustaches too. Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Very annoying. Hi, Sparkly Grace, welcome in. I am loving the new season though. Very, very, very much so. Very, very much so. Crash 2. Yeah, I don't know. It like went down for like 2 seconds, then came back up. Like it's like it dipped for a moment. She dipped, but I'm loving. I'm so sad too because I was set up so well for the fight that we were in right before we crashed. Like, damn, honey, ain't that the worst? Ain't that the worst? But yes, thank you for tapping and sharing, y'all, on TikTok and on Purple. Thank you for coming back in. Let me know how you're doing. So chapters, Katie, are like brand new maps, basically like a new book, basically. And seasons are just like small changes to the map with different loot pools. Very weird. Yeah, it was odd. I haven't had that happen in a hot minute. I haven't had that happen in a hot minute. Madison, thank you as well for the heart means the love. Bum, ba, bum, bum. I really wish Twitch would be like TikTok and like give us a second to reconnect. You know what I mean? Because TikTok, it allows the stream to keep running, but then we'll reconnect things. On Purple, it doesn't let you do that, which is kind of annoying. It just like goes down no matter what. And I'm always like, okay, girl. I'm like, okay, girl, that's fine. I'm like, damn, girl. I'm like, damn, girl. Bum, bow. Hi, Sir Kelvin. Yes, we crashed, y'all. Oh, we are so low. Okay, we'll be fine. We will make it up. Make her up. All right. Playing the Fortnite, honestly, I love that, Ethan. I'm glad. If you are seeing this live on your FYP, can you say slay in the chat? We did crash, and I just want to see if we are back up to normal. More plants, how are you? Thank you for the heart me. Oh my god, plants, we should play soon. Slay. Skin is such a baddie. I know. I actually do like this skin a lot. But no, I'm enjoying this season so far. Listen, the fact that I've gotten 2 wins and multiple second places today, I'm gonna take that as a sign that things are going well. Please, literally whenever. I'm ready. I'm ready. You see this wild, like, yeah, I'm liking it a lot. I know some people are not a huge fan of the new shockwaves. I kind of like, I'm gonna say a hot take. I kind of like the new shockwaves. I kind of like them. I know that's a really hot take. Hi, Chloe, how are you? That, yeah, I actually really kind of like the new shockwaves. I know that's a scalding take, guys. The shockwaves do not send you as far. They don't send you as far, and they give you a speed boost. So I'll show you. I don't mind wasting one. So if I throw this down, see how like little, but it also gives you unlimited stamina and a speed boost, but it doesn't send you as far, which I kind of like because I'm going to be real, guys. I get tired as shit having to chase people for 80 years with shockwaves. Okay. And you guys know I've said that a million times, but girl, I get tired of it. And I feel like this is a good balance where it's like there is movement with them, but it's not like insane. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, the distance, literally, guys, literally, why did I just get a notification right now? As I stated, the stream reset, y'all. We crashed. Stream crashed. I get that. Yeah, we lost our internet. My piping hot take is, like, you're all the way across the map, and I'm like, ugh, it's a lot. It's a lot. So I like them. I'm a fan. Not gonna lie, I am, and I'll just keep saying it. All right. Actually, that's valid. I just cannot stand having to like fight all the time. You know, like I swear, if you guys were here my last couple of Fortnite streams, you would have seen the amount of times that I literally had to run. I would be like chasing somebody across the entire map for a single kill. And I'm like, girl, this is insane. I wish you guys could, like, it's insane. I remember I was like literally crashing out. Yeah, there are no shockwaves in the game right now. Regular shocks, that is. Okay, can I land my shots maybe? Can I land my shots? Girl, I drank too much coffee and now my hands are shaky. I drank too much coffee and now my hands are shaky. Gay boy, I am on the gay team. No, I'm kidding. I am on the Ice King. You guys made me ink. Max from 3 hours ago? Yes. How many wins do we have? Let's see. I need to get to 20. I only have 13, guys. I need 20 so I can get these 60 for some of them. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I can also upgrade that. Do that. You have a favorite new pew pew? I'm loving the DMR. I'm also loving, loving the, what do you call it? I'm loving the new shotgun. The new shotgun a lot. How's it going? It's going, Smokey. Okay, how are you? How are you? Yes, guys, don't forget, if you're on Purple Chat, if you can sound off in the chat, we did have to reset. Oh, wait, is this the rare fishing rod? Oh, T, so this is what you use. So does this give better loot or something? How does this work? Wait, hold on. How does the rare fishing rod work? What does it do? Oh. Like, how does it work? It shoots farther. But is it, oh! Does it get better loot though? What's the point of fishing? Honestly, you get loot at fishing spots. You can get better loot from, stuff. I'm not at a place where you get a lot of loot from it, but you can get good loot. Yeah, these fishes are pretty good. I chose the Ice King. I thought you just got fish. No, you can get weapons. If there's ever like a little white circle in the ground where fish are popping out of and you fish there, you can get weapons from that area. Sometimes you get pretty good loot too. Which one's better, you think? I don't think there's like a better one. I think it's just red versus, do you want the Dwayne The Rock Johnson skin or do you want the other one? I haven't even tried it yet, Sir Calvin, I won't lie. Once I get to a point where I need to, I will. But I don't think there's like any real difference. Hi, bot. Bye, bot. Ooh. I'll take you, Iron Pump. Hello. Hello. What if you're in a squad with someone on a different rivalry? So the rivalries actually like you're not like fighting only rivalries. Like it's not like that. Hold on. You're not actually fighting rivalries. It's literally only like you just get paired up as individuals, but like it's not like team deathmatch or something like that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like it's not like team deathmatch in any sort of way. In any sort of way. Hold on, y'all. I gotta adjust something on TikTok real quick. I gotta make sure that we are set to go. Okay. Also, you can redeem another daily soda on TikTok as well, or on Twitch as well if you haven't. Ooh. You get a second one now that things reset. Let me see if I can get this guy. Bye. Sorry, tree. Sorry, girl. Sorry, honey. 5 weapons unlocked. Yeah. Lock-on is gone. Yes. Lock-on is gone. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, no. Yeah, lock-on is gone. The only things that stayed from last season, loot pool-wise, is the iron pump and the twin and the dualies. And the twin dually shotgun. And they added a new shotgun in. But that's it. Those are the only things that stayed. Map. Yeah, this is a new season, not chapter. So they only change a couple POIs on season changes, but not on chapter changes. For the fishing guys, for those who are curious, watch this. Okay, ready? Let me see if I can show you. So say I have a fishing pole here. If I do this, where there's a little white circle spot, it will sometimes give me a weapon. I can get one. If I can get one to show you guys. Hello, hi, Melly, welcome back. See, there's one weapon there. But sometimes it'll drop rare weapons too. I'm not gonna like spend time going through that, but you can get weapons that way. Bless up. I'm Justice, thank you for the mustaches. But yes, y'all, we did crash, so you can redeem your daily soda again on purple if you'd like to. If you'd like to. Hi, Emily. How are you? But yeah, I am loving this new season. I know. I'm actually really liking it. I'm really enjoying. Pink Pony Club. Sabrina, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I'm in Italy. Oh my God, that's crazy. We're also on a little bit later today. We're going late today. How's your Onyx in your game? I put them near the beach area. Near the beach area. Oh, they have rocket launchers too. Oh my God, I need more wins, guys. But that I will take. I need more wins, y'all. I have not fully driven the battle bus yet. Pink Pony Club. Only 8 people left. Top 10. Or we did drive it, but I didn't realize I did. You can like actually move it around. Hi, the Phoenix Lord. How are you? Trying to see where did somebody. Girl, what was I doing? Where were my shots landing? I was not hitting with the pistol at all. Bark for me? No. I only do that with my grinder dates and those who pay for it, honey. Okay, and you have done neither of those things. I was not aiming with that pistol at all, guys. I'll pay. Fork it over, sweetheart. They gotta pay for the barks in this place, honey. Releasing with a follow, I appreciate it. You gotta pay for the barks around here. I know that's right. Listen, I don't bark for free, okay? I don't bark for free up in here. What's your barking hourly rate? More than you could afford. More than you could afford. More than you could afford. Bark like you want it, baby. Burger treatment came. Anything less than the TikTok universe. I'll pay 5K for 5 barks. If you send 5K right now, I'll do you one better. I'll do 50 barks, bitch. I'll do 50 barks, okay? And I'll get on my hands and knees and do it too, queen. All right. Absolutely. Bark first? Yeah. No, you don't get a free trial. There's no free trials here. Okay. Money up front only. Daco, thank you for the dolphins. There are no free trials up in here. Tien, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Absolutely not. Y'all are too freaked out today. Quite literally. Speaking of which, we are 2 subs from our sub goal, y'all, on purple for the day. Do you like the raw? I do actually. I like what it adds to the game. I think it adds an interesting component that has kind of been missing from the game a little bit. I feel like after the 50th round, people are gonna be like, I'm tired of it, but I do like it right now. Hi, Musty. How are you? Girl, I don't even know where I'm going right now. I need to plan my landing better. I need to stop landing just wherever. I like it right now though, for sure. Not me versing someone that I'm not even like, I haven't even landed yet. Yeah. 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 I chose the Ice King. Stop it, girl. Stop gay? Are you saying stop it gay? Honey, what are you saying? What are you saying? Hello? Hello, queen? Girl, I don't even know. What are you typing in the chat right now? Just text me? Yeah, Jules. Don't text them. Whatever you do, babes, don't text them. My gay Spanish teacher. Okay. Sure. I don't know what's happening, but okay. Mods? Taco Bell. I have no idea what's going on over there. I can't afford anything yet. Wait, where's the contract? Oh my God, it's forever away. It's forever away. Just hooting and hollering over here. Just hooting and hollering. What's your grinder order? Sorry. Do you mean like, sorry. Rephrase that question. Sorry. Rephrase that one for me. Oh, a sandwich order. Oh, like a sub. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh, I love a tuna sub. Girl, I'll be real with you. I was not thinking what you were thinking for Grindr. Okay. All right. That's not what I was thinking. I want to go fight. You do take fall damage. I've learned. Fuck, I'm good. Sorry. Well, not sorry. I'm fucking amazing with this thing. Holy shit. God damn. Yeah, baby. Oh my God, y'all. Oh, I'm good. Priscilla, thank you for the heartbeat. Girl. Thank you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Grindr's different. Grindr is different, yes. Grindr is different, yeah. I'm loving the new season, Aubrey. I'm not gonna lie. I'm loving it. We need to pick up the gold. I know, I just ignored it. Although I will say, guys, you get a lot more gold from chests now. Like, I have 14k gold, or 1400 gold right now. And from doing nothing. And from doing nothing. Gold does not carry over still, no. Hold on, guys. I got a notification I gotta handle real quick. Does not carry over still. Ah! Oh my God. Hello? I like got stuck there. Okay, McDonald's. Okay, Mickey D's. Does your pet ever give you away? No, they can't see it. Favorite skin? I don't really know if I have a favorite. I'll be real. I'll be real. I'll be real. I don't really know if I do. My diet doctor help? Oh my God. With the 5. So slay, baddie. Oh my God, can we get some slays chat right now? Ember just gifted 5 subs. Thank you so much, my friend. Help support us so much. You have no idea. Thank you. Thank you. Let's get slays on the chat. That is the goals for the day on Purple. Although we do have our bit goals as well. We haven't really touched those yet this week. Our weekly ones. Type earlier with the chat something. I know. And now we should have our goals on TikTok, y'all. So thank you. Thank you. Pleek, pleek, pleek. Well, yes. Well, yes. But yeah, I want to also start playing with more streamers on stream, guys, when we play. Like, I feel like I want to do more yapping and playing with people. Like, how? Could you imagine? You gave it the hi bear. I appreciate it. Oh, Julie's, thank you. I love that. I love that. Ooh. I agree, Brianna. Yes. Love when you and Ventress play together. I know. Once I start staying on later, if Ventress is still on, you know, when Ventress is on, if I'm doing a late night or something, I would love. Yes, and Gemini, she was so fun. I know. Yes, J. Louise, we're changing our schedule around a little bit. I'm just like playing. I'm going to start doing things where I'm just like playing later for fun. And like, we're going to be later sometimes, you know, going to be doing more. That's how it's going to be, y'all. And we may start later some days. Basically, I'm going to not set a full schedule. Like, we have a schedule where we're going to be live every day, except for Saturdays. And Sundays are still our flex days. But the start time and the end time is going to wildly differ some days. Like, some days we'll be on, like, at 5 p.m. in the afternoon and go to, like, 10 p.m. Some days we might do whatever, as long as I keep my sleep schedule the same. Because I feel like that's going to be more fun for us. And also, then I can, like... I don't know. I feel like being more flexible with content is going to be better than me trying to like be rigid in some sort of schedule. Mary, thank you for subbing. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So like, that's kind of the plan. That's kind of the plan as of right now. More flexible. Yeah, rather than exactly. And then hopefully too, you know, we can continue to slay our goals, because I also feel like we have not been streaming a lot on TikTok a ton, because we've been like doing shorter streams almost. Like I feel like we've not been hitting like full, like we have not hit 5-hour streams on TikTok in a hot minute. So like hopefully this will allow for like some longer streams on TikTok to hit goals and things like that. You know. Where'd they go? There they are. Girl. Oh, we got like trapped on the freaking thing. No. No. Oh, fuck, she scared me. Oh. Oh my God. She scared the I literally looked up and she was right on top of me. Jump scare. Ow. Hi, Leah. How are you? Girl, scared the shit out of me. Oh my God. I agree. Stream. Yes, I agree. All right, baddies. I gotta pee. We're gonna keep playing, but I do need to pee. Can I get your guys' support by tapping on TikTok, y'all, and helping out with those taps over there while I go to the bathroom, because I really do have to pee. I can't hold it. I gotta pee so bad. And let's see if we can get to 200K taps while I pee and maybe finish out the mustache goal. All right. Let me pee real fast. I'll put on a replay real quick. I promise I'll be like, actually, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna run and pee real fast. I'll be so quick. You don't even know I'm gone. Just hold on, y'all. I'm gonna pee real quick. I'm back. Empty chair, do a solo. Did someone say empty chair, do a solo? Everyone gets a solo. Who is she gonna ask to do a solo? Empty chair, you do a solo. I forgot to put on music. Sorry, guys. Guys, thank you for the head of mustaches. Of course I got it. You kidding me? You kidding me? Of course I got it. The silence was scary. I totally thought that for some reason I had music playing. I don't know why I thought I did. But I thought I did. Mm. Heartbreak is one thing, my ego's another. Yeah, so we got about 8K bits left to go for our bit goal for the week, y'all. So leave for the bits too. Rachel, I haven't really gone through the pass because we are on like a boycott for the pass right now with the V-Buck increase. So I'm not going through it for right now. So I haven't even looked at it. I'll be real. I haven't even looked at it. Do you like the tree? Wait, what tree? Thanks, KNZ. Always, yeah. Do what I can, you know. Do what we can. I don't know what you mean. Courtney, think of the bestie mints. No, Fox, I haven't. I do think this place is my new favorite drop spot, y'all. I do think here's gonna be my new fave drop spot. This area here. It's free cone day at Dairy Queen. I wish I had a Dairy Queen. Hose, I did, but guess what? I wasn't paying attention. I was talking to you. I was yapping with you guys and we didn't even notice. I was like, oh, my bad. Oh, my B, my B. Oh, my B, my B. Yeah, this one's a good one, Trinity. You ordered McWhat? I'm dead! Fuck this game. No! No! Okay, anyways. And at least I stayed calm. Girl can't even aim! I'm pissed. Girl can't even aim. Oh my God. Girl can't even aim. I just have a gun. God damn. I'm pissed. I'm eating a Kind bar, by the way, guys. I'm calling the manager. Call Tim Sweeney right now. Right now. Get him on the phone. Hi, Velvet Venom. How are you? Right now. I can't believe they canceled The Bachelorette. Wait, after their lead was seen in a leaked footage physically attacking her ex-boyfriend and throwing metal chairs at him. Oh, the child was struck. Okay, well, that's kind of crazy. Wait, I'm looking. I just saw it on my Twitter right now. It was bad. If the child, I was gonna say like, never mind. I should be careful what I say because I haven't watched the video. But like, if the child wasn't there, honey, sometimes you gotta throw a chair at your ex-boyfriend. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta throw a chair at your ex-boyfriend. But if your child's there getting struck, girl, you got a problem. Yeah, children should not be witness to that shit. No, she for real lifted it. I'm like 3. Damn, I didn't actually watch the video yet. I just think about like, you know, throwing a hairbrush at someone or something. It's bad. Eee. The video's from 2023, but the new allegation about choking. Oh my God. Whoa. And so was she supposed to be the new Bachelorette, or was she already the Bachelorette? Actually, see if they'll harm me, by the way. It filmed and they canceled. Oh, that's gonna cost the studio so much money. Oh, I just know the producers are pissed. I just know that ABC is losing their goddamn minds. I just know ABC is losing their goddamn minds over that shit. But how would they not, like, if that was done in 2023, how did they not catch that? You know what I mean? Oh, my rivalry contact was dropped. Oh, okay. That's crazy, y'all. That's crazy. They knew about it, but it wasn't public record. Oh. Yes, yeah, we're still going. Someone's coming to me. I hear them. I hear them. Someone must have leaked the video. That's wild, y'all. That's like actually crazy. They canceled The Bachelorette. Insane. Actually insane. She's already charged. 100%. That's awful. Yeah, I just know those producers are pissed right now. But like, shame on them for not doing the research beforehand. Yeah, I feel bad for the kid. That's crazy. Do you think she got with somebody from The Bachelor and they broke up because of this? Guys, I'm gonna be real. The only real season of The Bachelor I watched was Pete, The Bachelor. I watched of both was Pete the pilot, and I thought Pete the pilot was the hottest thing since sliced bread. The windmill, Pilot Pete, baby. Pilot Pete, honey. Pete and Hannah. I called from the very goddamn beginning. Okay, so you want to know the tea? So I was like actively watching that season with my friends, and what was her name? The one that he didn't not Maddie, the one that he ended up choosing during his season, but who was the girl? Was it Kelsey or Kelly? Kelly. Oh, I knew. I said, guys, because you want to know what? I stalked Kelly like crazy, because I was like, there's no way that he chose Maddie over Kelly. And I went on their Instagrams and I was like, no, him and Kelly are getting together. Because first of all, his mom, Pete's mom, was only following one of the final four girls before the season ended, and it was Kelly. Okay. So he got with Kelly after the show ended, and that's important to know. But like, I'm sorry, I was so investigative on this because I was so into it. Like, oh, the drama was crazy. I was so into it because he picked Maddie, and I was like, no, he's gonna get with Kelly. I was like, there's no way they last. I was like, in real life, I just know based off of their chemistry that him and Kelly are gonna get together, and they did. And I knew it early on. Also, Kelly did a mirror pic on Instagram, and she had a ring on her finger, and I was like, wait. And her mom liked it and commented with a heart, and I was like, guys, I was investigating this shit like there was no tomorrow when that season happened. Hi, Riley, how are you? Like, I was so into the Pilot Pete season. It was crazy. I had never been into a reality TV show like that was. I think because it was like right before COVID hit. You know what I mean? That season, like it was just like peak moment there. Ice King, yeah. It was just like peak moment there. Nice. Yes, we got 2 dubs so far. Mom Willie, thank you for the heart me. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. If you're new here, by the way, make sure to say slay in the chat. And if you have a red follow button up where you are, make sure to hit that follow. Otherwise, you're homophobic and going to hell. But if you do hit it, you are going to heaven. So, you know, take that as you will. Like Claire just did. Claire's not going to heaven because she followed. Hi, Mikey. My young Lexi. Gingy, thank you for the heartbeat too. Somebody, where we got? We got a fight going on. I got them both. I'm loving. Can my husband back to his mother yet? Yes. I'm loving the new season. I'm eating it up. Nom nom nom. Mar, thank you for the mustache. We're halfway with the half mustache goal. Brianna, thank you for the follow. Wait a minute. You've been here before. What's the quote for the day? I'm gay and who gives a shit? That's my quote for the day. We're here for the rapture? Yes. Gay heaven. For lavender marriage. Yay. Hi, Megan. Yeah, we're going to look later today. Fave weapon so far. Jackie, I am loving the Chaos Reloader and the DMR. And the DMR. They're my shit. They are my shit. I was gonna say, I was like, wait a minute. I know who you are. Georgie, thank you for the follow. Yeah, my nose itches. That's the real question. Remember the Y2K? Okay, oldie. Okay, oldie. Do you think for the follow? Guys, is there like a... What is on my glasses? Hello? Wait, do I have something on my nose? I feel like I have an itch on my nose or something. Oh! Ah! Mar, thank you for the high bears. Thank you for the follow. Nexus on purple. Not too much. Like, Senna, thank you for the roses too. Oh my god, the thing I need you guys is just do the gift gallery on TikTok. I keep forgetting about that. And that's important for us too, because I guess that helps push things out. Girl, is this in the fridge? Yeah. Who's your favorite dance mom? Holly. Brianna, thank you for the creepers. And Nexus, thank you for the sub with Prime. Oh my god, you guys are baddies. Do BBL stink? Girl, what did you just ask me? Period. Who's gonna do a solo? Are you gonna ask the chair, do a solo? Like, girl, she's iconic. No one was funnier than Holly. No one. Empty chair, do a solo. Like, girl, no one was funnier than Holly. No one. I'm just saying. Guys, you wanna know what's crazy? Okay, wait, I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. So I'm with a new management company now, and they also represent some of the dance moms. And that's how I know I've made it. Empty chair, do a solo. Thank you, Savannah. Oh, gee. And thank you, Nexus. Oh my gosh. Empty chair, do a solo. It's so good. I love all of them, though. Have you learned nothing? Thanks, Musev. We may not have thousands of people watching every day, but we have a very slight community no matter what. And I'm so proud of us for that. And that's all that matters. And that's all that matters. Amen, honey. One day we'll get there, though. One day. Just keep working at it, right? Guys, I gotta clean my glasses. Hold on before I get into this, the final 5 here. Do you have a favorite new weapon? Honestly, loving the DMR and loving the new shotgun. Loving the 2 of those. Okay, I did not clean these well enough, but I don't have time to clean them again because we're in the final 5. We're about to be top 5. That's fine, literally. Riley, thank you for the heart meme. The rift that shows in the final location for a storm has been marked on the map. Girl, what the fuck does that... Excuse me? Excuse me? What is that? That's a penis. Okay? Thomas, thank you for the head of the mustache. Girl, that is literally a penis. I'm sorry. What are we looking at here? That looks like a prostate. Girl. Half chubbed up. Half chubbed up. My God. Everyone gather. Guys, should we all gather at the tip? Everyone gather at the tip.
A single mom who works 2 jobs, who loves her kids and never stops, with gentle hands and the heart of a fighter. I'm a survivor.
Reba, what are you doing, girl? It's a bean? Yeah, sure. And I'm loving Pokopia. Reba, what are you doing, girl? Reba, stop it. Girl, why is that map is crazy? I'm sorry, the map is crazy, y'all. Hi, Tabitha and Thomas. Thank you for that galaxy. Help with our goals so much. Thank you. Wait, Missy, what shape is it? Girl. I should call him. It's nasty is what it is. Like, girl, look at this. Hello? Like, what am I looking at here? Epic, please. What is this shape? Yeah, they knew what they were doing with that one. Okay, let's not beat around the bush there, honey. They knew exactly what they were doing with that one. In my Christian Minecraft server, literally insane. Literally insane. I'm loving the new season. Oh my god, only 3 people left. Girl, look at the size. I have so much space left. This is crazy. Like, girl, I don't know where anybody is. It's a grower. Guys, if I show the shape, I'm gonna end up getting shot by someone. I want to try and get the dub here. We only have 3 people left. Yeehaw, cowboy. At least it's big. Miss that. Ooh. Honestly, the map is giant. That's the issue. Oh my god. Oh, somebody's nearby. Just wait for the shrinkage. Give it 3 minutes. It'll shrink by itself. You know what I mean? Just touch it. I need a bag! With 1,000 rays! Oh my god, thank you so much, Batty. That's crazy. Oh, good. Okay, I have somebody who's wearing the Dwayne The Rock Johnson skin. Cater bait. Oh my god, finishing the had mustaches. I'm kind of just waiting because I want those 2 to fight and I want to be the person, the third party. You know what I mean? I want to be the third partier in this situation. Oh my god, it's getting smaller. Guys, the shrinkage is happening. It's getting cold. I need to thank you so much for those 1,000 bits. That's crazy. It's getting cold. Can we get some slays for I Need a Bang, please, right now in the chat? Girl, I'm kind of just I don't want to move till I have to. This is such a large I can't call it storm dick, I guess. Like, it's like the size of it's crazy that I have to like wait. And there's only 3 people left. Yes, they can see my general location. And I can see their general location as well. So they're also camping and waiting. New weapons are good. This is so funny. Honestly, the new season is pretty good. I chose King. Okay, I'm gonna have to move. Oh my god, I'm stuck. God damn it. Okay, they're fighting. Wait, T. I hear fighting. Yo, Super Stick with the sub. Guys, I heard fighting. Come on, honey, I want to win. Oh, one over there. Okay, somebody's over there across the way. I'm gonna lock in. We got somebody up top over here. Shit. God damn it. He saw me. He's over there. All right. I am playing now. I am hiding. Because now my health's down. This Dwayne The Rock is like a camper. Hardcore. And they were all camping right now. Fuck me in the ass, dude. I'm going to be the one caught in the middle. I'm in the middle of these two right now, too. This is the problem. I'm in the shaft of the dick here. Okay, but he's gonna have to push too. Like, I don't even know how to rotate in this fucking zone. Like, look at the zone, guys. Like, how do I rotate this? How do I rotate this properly? Like, I don't even know what to do. I'm sandwiched between the two of them, and my only option is forward into the other dick. Like, my God. Like, I don't understand what this zone is supposed to be. And I know he's locked. I also only have one shock. And I have 38. I gotta put, the issue is I gotta push first. I gotta go. Shit. I got one directly above me here, guys. Come on, grapple in. Oh my God, I'm stuck. Fucking A, dude. Come, I hate this game. Dude, I fucking hate this game. Fuck. Where is she? I hate this fucking game. I hate it so fucking much. That was my win. Fuck. That was my win. I literally was 11 health. I had that win, guys. Fuck. I'm so mad at that right now. Trampoline, literally. I'm actually mad at that. Maddie, thank you for the sub. Like, I played so good. And that zone is ass. I'm sorry. Whatever that zone is, that is so stupid. Ugh. Oh my God. That's so dumb. I know he was so low. He was one shot. He was literally one shot. He was quite literally one shot. Oh, I'm so mad. Okay, one more. Let's keep going. I'm so mad. Oh, man, that was such a close win. Damn. That's crazy. Hard to rotate. Yeah, like I could not rotate at all. Like I could not rotate to save my life in that zone. Like the zone was just awful, dude. Like I don't even know, like some of the shapes I get, like the crown or whatever, but I don't even know what shape that was. Like I get we were making a joke that it's like a dick, but like what is that supposed to be? Like what is that shape even supposed to be? Like I don't even understand what it was. Like it's literally just like a blob, I guess. Like I just was so confused. I was like, hello? Like, what is that? My hands are literally shaking from that match. Like, that's how mad I was. Oh, it's so annoying. A bean. I'm like, girl. An eggplant, obviously. Close their eyes and made that zone. Payne, we did not hit the goal yet. So probably not. Probably not. We have not hit the goal on TikTok yet. We haven't hit on TikTok yet. Ashley, thank you for the hat and mustaches. We have not hit the goal. So when we do, I'll let you know. But as of right now, we have not. As of right now, we have not. But if we do, we will. That kept, I know. The funny part is like, it didn't like turn to a circle or anything. I just wanted to rotate around. Ashley, oh my God, thank you. I just wanted to rotate around. God, that was such a good game too. I really hate, like, I don't mind getting like top 5, but when you get second place, that's when you know, like, and you're that close to clutching it. Like, girl, and my shots were landing like nobody's business. You know that's annoying as shit. I'd rather not place than get second. I know. I don't mind getting second if it's like not a close second. You know what I mean? But like the fact that it was like I was there is like, oh, that's the worst. Oh, it's worse than a grinder date canceling after you've douched. You know what I mean? Courtney, oh my God, thank you as well. And Peyton, thank you. Thank you, guys. The fact that they were one shot, I know. I was in my flow state. Yes, Cameron, we're trying some new things. We're maybe doing a little bit later streams here and there. Yeah. I don't know how much longer we'll be on today, but as of right now, yeah. Okay, this is Sweat Central here for some reason. Okay, I need to like get my hands to come down now because I was so locked in. My hands were shaking and I'm like, okay, need to let your hands breathe now, girl. I'm not doing anything with the pass, Rebecca, because I'm currently boycotting Fortnite's money system as of right now. So I will not be doing any monetary, like, look at the pass or anything. Courtney!
Then we go to the gay club, and who do I see as soon as I get in the door? Abby Lee Miller in her wheelchair. Yes. Julia Pete. And you know what? What was that? What was that? Okay. James.
Yes. Thank you so much for those gifted subs. That's crazy. 5 gig. We get some slays in the chat for that, y'all. Insane. 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 You guys just went nuts. Thank you so much. We actually might be close to the goal. We could maybe do a customer too. We may be close. Let me check to see. I'll check to see after this round, y'all. Where we're currently at. What time is it? Oh my God, it's 7:45. So that means we've been live. What time did I start live, guys? It's been 5 hours on TikTok, which means it's probably close to 6 hours. Probably six and a half, maybe. I wish my live didn't restart so I could actually see how long we've been live for. Like total. Unfortunately, when it restarts, it does that stupid thing where it like resets completely. 6, 7. I'm trying to get back to our normal slot of like 6.5 hours live, or like close to 7. Chloe, thank you for the hat and the mustache. Also, guys, don't forget we do have that free cash stuff going on too. Girl, I'm still shaking from that match right now. I'm literally still shaking from that match right now. My hands are still shaking from that. Nick, thank you for the follow. Like, girl, that was crazy. And sister, you're so good at that. I was honestly playing so well too. That's what's crazy about it. JG Wentworth, 877 cash now. Did that count towards my total rivalry? That if I steal the rivalry, does that make it count towards the total? Does anybody know? That's my other question. Luke, I have not looked at the battle pass. I'm kind of ignoring it due to the boycott going on right now. Maybe in like a week or two, I'll look at it to see. You can't steal, it's yours. Oh, okay, T. Hold on. Sorry, Red Orange. All the love to you. All the love to you. Just big favorites, yeah. What's the boycott about? Because of the price increase, if you have not looked online at all or seen, V-Bucks now cost more money for less. More money for less. Especially, and with Crew Pass and with Battle Pass, you're getting less V-Bucks as well. And the messaging that they sent out because of it. Also, thank you for the Cupid's bow, holy cow. Because of it, was very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Tone deaf, saying we need the money to pay the bills. From a $6 billion a year company that mismanages its money more than anything. And the best way we can reverse these decisions and change things is with our wallet. You know, that's how money gets changed. Girl, did she just try and... He's gonna try and third party. Ooh. We gonna keep going? Anybody else want to try? Anyone else? Anyone else? Boy got V-Bucks. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Mods, can we grab that person, please? I know you're gonna cater in a second. Yeah, and they're cutting employees too. Yeah. So anyways, for those reasons, I am I'm currently not buying anything from the shop very specifically, and also not like showcasing it on stream, including the battle pass, because when I showcase like the battle pass or I showcase skins or things, that encourages people to buy them, right? So like I'm trying to avoid doing that so you guys don't want to buy things, you know? Oh, well, I'm glad you're here now, Ailey. It's good to see you. If that makes sense. And hopefully encourages folks to, you know, not spend the money on Fortnite so that we can really try and rally behind the boycott for it. Because I think it's important. I think it's important. It's okay, Booberry. It happens, right? And listen, I'm not like, you know, this is just me trying to educate and not like telling people what they need to do or how they should do, you know? And there'll probably be things where I end up buying things in the shop still. Yes, I'm not saying that's not going to happen, but specifically this opening weekend of a new season, I think it's an important thing, right? You know, if you can, or if you can wait. There's also very specific and very targeted reasoning that Fortnite decided to give creators 3 times the amount that they could earn if you use our code this weekend. There's a very specific reason for that. And the reason is they want more money to be spent this weekend because they're already worried that enough is not going to be spent this weekend on the game. So very last minute, they decided that all supported creator codes, you'll be earning 3 times the amount. So say you use my code, I'd be earning 3 times the amount. And while that is nice to have, the reality is that is meaning that they're sweating a little bit. And we want them to have that sweat to reverse those decisions, right? Because that's the important thing. They want open season to feel like there's a lot of players, but no one's spending money on the game. You know? You know? And it's important to recognize that. And I will always stand up for that. And if that means that costs me getting Epic Partner, then that costs me getting Epic Partner one day. You know what I mean? I'd rather, you know, stand up for my convictions and not get Epic Partner for sticking up against it, then not, right? Then not. Hi, okay, so yeah, right. Spurs have been plugging it like crazy. Yes, I know. Yeah, a lot of people have been plugging their code, and I get it. You know what I mean? Like, listen, people got to pay their bills. People got to pay their bills. People got to do it. If I'll be real with you guys, if Fortnite didn't change their policies and I wasn't, you know, fighting up against it, I would be plugging my code like crazy this weekend too. I would. You know what I mean? But I'm very transparent in that, and I'd rather make less money but stand by my convictions. And you know, when I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it, right? I'm not gonna like jump the picket line because now I'm gonna earn more money for it, you know? And not that other creators are doing that, that's what I'm saying, but I'm saying like I totally get why they're needing to plug their code, you know? And we do what we do. You know, we'll I'll earn income in different ways. And that's the important thing, right? Whether it's through, you know, gifting, through other things, you know, we figure it out and we make do other ways. And that's the important thing. Caraxia, yes, that too. Really, they don't want to see any spent this weekend. If you can avoid this weekend, that's the sort of ideal. I was not paying attention to Storm at all. I did not pick Team Foundation, no. Exactly, ONG, exactly. Thanks, Orange. And again, don't knock creators because they're not talking about it or they're choosing not to. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the creator's fault. So like, you know, like if creators are plugging them, you use their code. And you guys, I'm more than happy. If you're getting stuff this weekend, please use my code if you'd like to. Don't feel like you don't, you know, don't have to. I'm not gonna say no to it by any means. And thank you for the rose, but but you know, and Steph Joy, thank you for the heart me. But it's an issue with Epic and not the creators who play it or promote the game, right? Live on stream. So you know. Abel there, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. What is the creator code for? So you can plug a creator code into the shop. So I'm a creator who has a creator code. And if you use that code, I get about 5% of your purchase. So basically it's $5 every 10K V-Bucks spent. And this weekend, so that they could increase sales, they did it so creator codes are worth more this weekend. It's That's SD Bestie, all one word. Basically my handle on TikTok. Hi, Bruika, how are you? So, you know, but you know, it's okay, right? We do what we do anyways. Okay, I need to move. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Girl, there's 7 people left already in this lobby. I feel like the lobbies are going so fast. Like, how long has this game been? Oh, Sia, yes. And like, I'm not calling out any streamer being like, oh my God, they're not calling out the boycott. You know what I mean? Like, listen, some streamers are Epic partners or trying to become Epic partners. And I am also trying to become an Epic partner one day. Like, I get it. You know what I mean? I absolutely get it. Like, I don't think anybody has to speak on it. You know what I mean? Like this, like the reality of the situation is this specific thing is not something that's like, you know, world ending for most people in any sort of way, or it's causing people's lives like the other issues that are happening in our country or in our life, you know? So, but it is something that I still feel like I should speak out on and fight against because, you know, it's a big thing. Meg, thank you for the follow. It'll get slower in about a week. Yeah, I mean, it's like crazy. Girl, I got the dick map again. I swear to God. Guys, I got the dick map again. Can I not? I don't want the dick map. I'm over the dick map. Ooh. I'm dead. Heals, heals, please. A heal. Oh, their chug's there. Wait, but I'm gonna be in Storm. If I go in Storm, I'm gonna die. Shit! Storm is too big. I can't do anything about it. I'm fucked. I'm cooked. I'm cooked. Maybe not. Maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. Okay, it's 1v1, guys. I have no shield, but it's 1v1. Through the follow. I have no shield, but it's 1v1. I have no shield, guys. They're way over there. Okay, I'm gonna try and find shield while I'm like moving around here. And thank God they have to reposition at me. This is good. This is good. Minis. Will you give me? All right. They need to reposition. Why do I recognize this username? I recognize the Milky username. I have no movement. Where is this person? I need them to like rotate. I can't spot them. Hold on. I'm like trying to clock where they are. Ooh, right there. She is landing her shots really well. She's waiting over there. Shit. I need her to push me. I need her to push me. I need her to push. I don't know what to do here. I don't know what to do. This stupid ass fucking storm dick shit is so stupid. Like, I think she's gonna zap me if I push her. Okay, I'm pushing. Where is she? Shit, I'm dead, dude! No! Every fucking time! I'm so annoyed. This is the second time, guys. The second fucking time, dude. Can we not have that storm? It's so stupid. Like, the shape is so dumb. I'm actually getting annoyed at this. The storm is so dumb, guys. Ugh. It's so annoying. Oh my God, dude. Like, girl, I keep in second place. Ugh. God, I'd rather get top 20 in those things, you know? No, I mean, I've gotten 2 wins today. I'm just trying to get like a 3rd win. You know what I mean? Like, we're getting the wins. It's just like, ugh. Like, those circles are so dumb. Shop reset. Yeah, we will not be looking at shop. I'm not supporting any shop reset. We are boycotting V-Bucks and spending money in Fortnite, guys. Please don't spend any money in Fortnite, you know? No spending in Fortnite, y'all. We are boycotting. If you cannot spend this, especially this weekend, do not spend this weekend. This is the weekend not to. Save it all for next week. If you're gonna spend, at least wait till this weekend's over with the new season. At least wait till then. At least wait till then, you know? At least wait till Monday. Wait till Monday. Because then the new season will be basically that like the hump that they want to have all the sales on will be done. So right now we're trying to prove that this new model is not good and we don't want it, right? This is the important weekend to not spend money, right? This is the important time to not. So if there's ever a time that you're like, I'm not going to spend money on Fortnite, it is this weekend. This is the weekend that matters the most, right? This is the weekend that matters the most. Yes, Bella, we're going to start doing later streams some days. Let's look at the top of trash anyways. Good. That's good. Because basically what they want is because of the new, the price increase now for V-Bucks, what they want to see this weekend is the same amount being spent for V-Bucks to this weekend, right? Because it just got introduced today. So if they see, if Epic Games clocks in on Monday and they see that everybody spent the same amount of money as if they did any other weekend, then they're going to be like, oh yeah, it's fine. We can keep it. However, if they see that sales are so in the floor and down, then they're going to change. Then they're going to be like, oh wait, maybe we need to look at things and at least reanalyze a little bit, right? So this weekend is the most key weekend. If you're going to not spend money, don't spend it this weekend. We did it. Yes, we did defeat the Ender Dragon. Yeah, we did. Hi, Max. How are you? Oh, guys, I'm not locked in. Hey. Ooh. I'm glad you're doing good. Shrinkflation. Yeah, thank you. Okay, my shots kind of ate there. Not gonna lie. My shots kind of ate there. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Not gonna lie. My shots did kind of eat there. Yes, I love that too. Hi, Evie. How are you? Hey, Queen by Queen. Shrinkflation. Yeah. Anna, thank you for the heart me. What time is it, y'all? Ooh, it's 8:06. We'll probably go maybe close to 9-ish, baddies. Maybe a little bit less than that. We'll see. We'll see where we're at. Because we'll be live again all day tomorrow, too. All day tomorrow, too. We got long days ahead of Fortnite this weekend. We got long days. And we've been live now. God, it's got to be close to... Getting close to 7 hours, probably. Getting close to 7 hours, probably. I keep wondering if the ones who are wearing the, like, skins are bots or not. I don't know. That I'm getting these rivalries against. Ooh. Ah! Damn, she had 2 health left. That's crazy. Sing that long? Sometimes it does, Kayla. Sometimes it does. She had 2 health left. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Anything for the rose. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we're about 2K away from our goal on TikTok, y'all. So even if we don't do customs today, if we end up hitting it, maybe we'll do them tomorrow or something. We'll see. We'll see. Maya, thank you for the follow. Hi, Illusionary. How are you? Oh. Oh, girl. I am tired today. But we're slang. It's always the swimmers. I know. Hi, Void. How are you? Honestly, I think the other shotgun's better, though. Have you drove the bus? We drove the bus once, but I accidentally didn't realize we were driving it. Bestie, hello, Liz. You know we'll be on tomorrow, Bestie? We'll be on, I'm hoping, around 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Probably closer to 2. We'll be on purple first, of course. I'll try to be good. Be good, girl. like the new season, Void. It's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. We'll see though. We'll see though. I'm kind of taking it by ear a little bit. What I am going to start doing, guys, is I will announce an hour before I go live now with like this change to the schedule a little bit. I'll announce when we're going live an hour before in the Discord. Kind of like how Happy Gal does it. TK, thank you for the heart me. Or close to an hour before. You guys know. Like, hey, we're going to be live in an hour. And as a reminder, we always go live on purple first. Ethan, thank you for the follow. How is somebody already on top of the thing there? That's crazy. Girl, how is this person already on? I think it's a bot, but like, how is that person already on top? That's so funny. Chopped your hair off? Ooh, love. Has the map changed? Yeah, there's some POI changes. The biggest one is the Frigid Fortress, which I like a lot. I like a lot. I like a lot. My nose is so itchy all of a sudden. Stay Hydrated 41 is definitely a bot name. Definitely a bot name. Okay, I'm finding a lot of shotguns. I'd like some non-shot options. Okay, that wasn't the person I needed to kill. Hey, Diddy. Hello, Skibbity Riz. That wasn't the person I needed to kill. Okay, so I will say, I feel like I'm kind of cooking. I do feel like I'm kind of cooking, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I do feel like I'm kind of cooking today in the game. You know, like you're a sweater. Like, I feel like I've like cooked up a little bit. It's kind of wild. Like, it's crazy. So to spell Yasha. Hi, Alexis. How are you, babes? We cooking lasagna. Lasagna. She cooked, she ate, she slayed. Eat, pray, love. Cook, eat, slay. Where is Stay Hydrated? Come here, girl. Stay hydrated. Hydrated. Where is she? Betsy, how are you? It's good to see you. Welcome in. And a natural geek give the follow. I think it's Rose Friday. Yeah. She's got to be in here somewhere. Come here, body. She hiding? There she is. There's my bot. Oh, where? Wait, she's healing? Got her. Got her. Hydrated. Wait, who's healing? Why do I have like a heal thing on my list? Maybe up there. It was actually slow. Oh my god, Bubby, it's so good to see you. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I'm doing very good. Hold up, what guns are you using? I am using the new shotgun and the pistol. The shotgun is called the Chaos Reloader. Those are my main right now. Love the pistol. Yeah, this pistol's actually pretty good. I'm loving the new season we found. Loving it. Ooh. Where? Oh shit, wait. Oh my god, she scared the fuck out of me. Were they crouching in the corner? I didn't even see them. Oh, she got me. Oh, she got me bad. Oh, she got me bad. No, the first guy. Oh, damn. She scared the shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie. Girl, that scared me. All right, this will probably be close to our last round, y'all. We were supposed to protest Fortnite today. We are Treasure Comedy. We are protesting it by not spending our money. And I think the best way that I can be a protester of Fortnite Treasure Comedy is by educating people on why we shouldn't be spending our money on Fortnite while playing it. Because I've had at least 20 people cancel their cruise subscription by being in my live today and me talking about it. So I think I'm making more of a difference by boycotting it, by playing and not showing the battle pass and talking about why we're boycotting it. So that's the tea. Wait, why? Because right now, Fortnite has raised, Epic Games has raised the price of all V-Bucks across the board for every single thing. They also have raised the lessen the amount that you get for Battle Pass. And while this may not be a big deal to most folks, and honestly might not be a big deal in the long run of things, it's a trend in which they are being very tone deaf on how they're announcing and talking about it in a mismanagement money style way. Very specifically saying we need to raise the price of things to pay our bills. In reality, that they're just not good at managing their money. And so part of what I am exactly trying to communicate out to people is this weekend, very specifically, don't spend any money on Fortnite. This is the weekend not to, because we want to try and show that, you know, if with this change going into effect, sales will not be what they used to be. And that's kind of the important thing, right? With exact pay for a 500 skin is $23. It used to be 21 V-Bucks. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah, the 100 V-Bucks is no longer $1 or whatever. Or whatever the you know, like the 1-to-1 ratio it used to be. Yep, best way is to not. Yeah. Yep. So that's the best way you can. And so I think for me being able to be like, hey, I love it. I took dorks. For me being like, hey guys, don't do that. Don't spend your money, and people not spending their money while I talk about it, I think is like the best way for me to try and affect change at my level. Because otherwise I could play like Minecraft Day or something. But if I did that, I wouldn't actively reach out to as many people as we have, you know? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And thus, we do it this way a little bit. Devin, thank you for the rose. There's a llama. Yeah, I saw that there. I haven't seen the llama yet in the game. I don't know what that does. I haven't done that. Wait, does that do anything? Oh, shit. Okay, Lou. Hi, Ash. How are you? Okay, Lou. Josh, I'm loving the new season. I've gotten 2 wins and I've gotten second place, what, like 5 times today, guys? You know? Like we've been cooking today. I don't know what I'm doing right now. My brain turned off. Yeah. JD with the roses. I need to keep getting these rivalry ranks, guys, because I need to be able to get the loot. Let's get this bot. This got to be a bot. Sonic Comet 37 is a bot name. What is the bounty thing? So it's a new system. It's kind of like bounties back in the game, but it's rivalries. Got him. It's rivalries. So it's very similar. Like if you did the rivalry stuff in the past, it's kind of like that. I picked the Ice King team. Jay, thank you for the roses. How many do I have? 16. I need 20 guys so I can start getting the good shit here. We start getting the good shit here. Ooh. Girl. What am I doing right now? What is going on right now? Hello? 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 What am I doing? As so I just picked one. Yeah, so you can Ooh, what am I doing? Hello? Girl? Oh my god. Why is that not rotating? There we go. Sorry. I was like trying to fix my thing here. It's being weird. What was I saying? There was something there that I forgot to say. I don't remember. I don't remember, baddies. I don't remember. There was something I was gonna say though. Choke's all right, yeah. The rivalry board. Oh yeah. So like the more enemies you defeat with the rivalry board, you can unlock the ability to purchase some good shit. Basically. I tried Valorant. I was not good at it. I was kind of ass at it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really not. I'm good at like third-person shooter games, but when it gets to like first-person, I struggle. What changes the game? There's no real changes. It's basically just like red versus blue, and whoever has the most wins at the end. Ow! Raiders! Hold on, let me snooze the ad break. Welcome in. Oh my gosh. Ruthless Cat Raid, how are we? Cat, thank you so much. How was your stream? What were you guys doing? How are you liking the new season? Are we loving it? If you are new here, my name is Vinny or Zesty Bestie. Let me introduce myself to you properly and say hello. I'll tell you who I am. I am your Zesty Bestie, and this is...
It's Brittany, bitch.
Welcome in. We're so happy to have you. I'm loving the new season. I'm not going to lie. I've been eating it up. We are glad to have you. I've gotten 2 wins today, which is the most wins I've probably gotten in the past like season. So you know what? I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And welcome in. So happy to have you guys. It's so good, but so sweaty. She is sweaty. I did get 2 wins though. So I'm actually really proud of myself because girl, last season, it was rough to even get 1 win a day. Okay. I was struggling to get 1. So I'm taking, but I've gotten 2nd place today more times than I know what to do with. And the new shapes of the map are making me go, girl, what are we doing? But otherwise, I've been loving it. I'm loving the new weapons. They're fabulous. But yeah, I think we've gotten 2nd place like at least 5 times today. At least I'm like going crazy at this point with the 2nd placements. 2nd's the new first. Literally. Have you driven the bus yet? I did by accident. I didn't realize I was driving it and I was yapping with you guys and I forgot to do it. You're being charitable, that's all. Exactly. But yes, I'm loving this Chaos Reloader shotgun. I'm loving the new DMR. I know this is going to be a hot take from, I'm sure, many people in your community, but I love also the new Overdrive Grenade, the new Shockwave. I like it. Ava, thank you for the follow, guys. Thank you for all the follows, by the way. I know that's going to be crazy. I know that's the unpopular opinion. I know that's the hot take of the century, but I like it. I like it a lot. I like him quite a bit. Losing his new wedding. I like him quite a bit. I like it a lot, actually. I hate it because it doesn't send me up. The reason that I like it is because, God, I don't have to chase somebody down the entire map to get a kill. What's the difference between them? I'll show you, Morgan. So, you know, regular Shockwave sends you flying, right? This one, pop it down. It just sends you a little bit, but it also gives you infinite stamina and run boost and jump boost for a little while. Of course. Yeah, of course. I'm glad I was able to pause it real quick. So it gives you a little extra oomph. So I like it for that purpose. And it gives you infinite stamina for quite a bit. So it doesn't feel like it's like I have to chase somebody for 18 years to get it to, you know, to get someone. So it's a little bit less of a vertical distance. Yeah, the slab. Me too. A little bit less of a vertical distance. So I like it. Yeah, I like that they're exactly. That's my hot take. Jetpack is gone, yeah. I need the run though. I need to get up the mountain because the storm blocks my way around. Yes. Well, that's when you get the new not grapple. Is it grapple? What are they called? The other new thing? The grapple thingy. The zipline movement, yeah. I know this. Mackenzie, thank you for the follow. The sky zip. The zipline. But yeah, I like the new POIs. I'm vibing. I'm vibing. And doing what we can. This guy's if yeah. I think if the shocks don't push you as far, then we should be able to stack 6. I do agree that the drop rate needs to be increased on them because I feel like there's not enough around. And I could go for 6 for that. I could go for 6 on that. Guys, thank you for the love, by the way. If you are new here, we are so glad to have you. We don't just play Fortnite here. We also play a lot of other games, but more Fortnite's one of our mains. But we also play Minecraft. We've been playing tons of Phocopia. We do a lot of other junk and shit too. So welcome in. We're not really family friendly as much, but you know, we have a good time. So welcome in. Welcome in. What's the effect of the shocks do? Is it like yeah, unlimited stamina and gives you basically like slap effect. They did change stamina around a little bit. I don't know yet particularly what they changed, but they did change something with it. I have not figured out what it is though. Girl, what shape do we have? Oh my god, we got a crown. Good night, Moosif. Yeah, I've noticed you can like slam them down. I'm also on the purple platform, Mackenzie. Yes. So yeah, we've been playing now what? We've been live what for 7 hours? Close to 7 hours, guys. So we've been rocking and rolling. And we'll be playing tomorrow too. We need to get Ruthless and I playing. I think we should play soon. Because honestly, we do stream it. I always forget that we stream at like the exact same time. No more dreaded Peter Picklestorm. Well, we have the, yeah. Elizabeth, thank you for the follow. That'd be so fun. I know. I actually do quite like this movement. I'm not gonna lie. What's your opinion on Overwatch? I like Overwatch. I'm a big Marvel Rivals person though. Or at least sometimes Rivals when the community is not so toxic that I want to vomit. Oh wait, that zip is sick. I know. Peyton, we will not, this is the last round, so we won't have time to do customs tonight now because it takes like at least an hour to do. But if we hit the goal tonight, which I think are we close to the goal? I don't know. We're 2K away from the goal. If we do end up hitting it tonight, we can do it tomorrow. But why don't we'll do customs tomorrow either way. That way we can do some for the community. Even if we don't hit the goals tonight, we'll do them tomorrow. I just won't be able to do them today because we don't have too much longer left of stream probably because I'm getting a little tired since we're on like our 7th hour. And they take a lot to set up properly. And don't worry about asking. I'm glad that you want to play. Oh, I got somebody here. Girl. There we go. Remember I was saying it was super toxic? Yeah. Phocopia has been great. I love it. I love it. I love it. Zesty sweaty. I try to be. Some days I am. Some days I'm not. It really depends. Gold does, oh, I wasn't paying attention. Does gold start at 0 again? Yes, it does. Yeah, gold is still at 0, but you are gaining gold a lot faster. Like right now, just this round alone, I have 2K gold and I haven't been searching for it. So I think the drop rate for gold is more in each individual thing. So you do get more gold in comparison. In comparison to what you used to get. Yeah, we're kind of changing our schedule around a little bit too, not gonna lie. Oh, okay. Well, oh. I thought there'd be better loot there. Kind of disappointing. Kind of disappointing. I gotta find my rivalry, guys. I gotta find my rivalry. Yeah, I can't believe it's almost 9 o'clock. Holy shit, guys. Oh! I thought maybe I could get them. That's all right. That's all right, baddies. That's all right. I thought maybe I wish I had bunks. That's okay. I should have picked up some bunks. That's all right. Honestly, though, wait, 4th place? I didn't even realize we were top 5 there. Oh my God. I've been placing top 5 every round today. I'm not gonna lie. I'm loving the new season though. Okay, baddies. I do think, unfortunately for all our new friends who are joining us, I do think we are going to wrap up here for the afternoon. Because we are like reaching on 7.5 hours. And your boy needs to go eat some dinner, go relax a little, go vibe out, chill for a bit. But we will be back tomorrow to play more. We're being more flexible with our schedule, guys. So we are going to raid over to Kiana Fit, who's live right now, who I don't get to raid very often. So please join us on Twitch for the raid. I would love to have a huge raid for Kiana Fit, especially because I'd love to play with Kiana eventually. So please join us on Twitch for the raid. But we will be live tomorrow. We are changing our schedule around a little bit, guys, in that the start time's gonna look a little different, but we might go later some days. We might end earlier. I'm gonna let stream be a little more flexible. Like, we're not gonna have like a very like hard start, hard stop for stream. As like today we went later, you know what I mean? So we're gonna start doing that a little bit more. Will you announce on TikTok when you're going live? No, I announce in the Discord. I do not announce on TikTok. If you would like to know when we go live, I post an hour before I go live on TikTok or on Instagram and on Discord. But TikTok, if I just did like post saying I'm going live, it ruins the content at the end of the day. And I'm trying to also produce new content as well. So make sure to join the Discord if you haven't already, or follow me on Instagram because I post on my story when I do go live. We also always go live on Twitch first for the first hour and do some yapping, and then we start on TikTok. Usually we yap for like 45 minutes to an hour, have a little yapping time, and then do that. So that's kind of how that works. Otherwise, I want to thank you for all the love. We will do probably some customs tomorrow because honestly, I do know Peyton wants them really bad. So we will do that for Peyton. All right. We will do some tomorrow for Peyton. And we'll rock and roll with that. Okay. I want to thank you guys for all the love. Hi, Zach. And again, thank you for maybe being flexible with the new schedule stuff too. I had a blast with it. So we'll be doing some fun things. We will have Fortnite for the rest of this weekend because of the new season, but we will be obviously going back to Minecraft and Pokopia later as well. So stay tuned for that. I love it, Zach. Otherwise, please be kind to yourselves. Please be kind to others. I'm going to end the TikTok live. Join us on Twitch as we say good night. But otherwise, TikTok, I love you. Thank you for being you. Have a beautiful evening and take care of yourselves. Bye, baddies. See you, TikTok. Adios. Bye, bye, bye. Alrighty, we ended on TikTok, y'all. Let me switch over to the full video on purple. We are gonna raid here, guys. I want to thank you for a beautiful stream today. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for sticking around for the raid as well. It'll mean a lot to me. Thanks for being who you are. I had a great time with the new season. Lots of fun. We'll be live again tomorrow with some new stuff to do. We'll be playing Fortnite, maybe some, I don't know, random duos or something. We'll figure it out. We'll have a good time. And yeah, we're gonna be flexible with shit. So I love that. And thank you for being you. We also do have our VOD channel. So if you miss a stream, by the way, y'all, you now can go watch on that YouTube channel for our VODs. Yesterday's is up right now. How do we join the raid on the phone? At the top of the chat box, it's going to say join raid. Make sure to click join. It will not automatically take you if you're on mobile. That's why we always have low raids. It's because most of our viewers are on mobile. So make sure to click in for the raid that way. Otherwise, let me type in the raid. We are going to Kiana Fit tonight. Thank you guys so much for all the love. You're amazing. Thank you for being who you are. You all are awesome. Stay zesty, stay fabulous, stay beautiful. Thank you for being you. And as always, thanks for just being wonderful. I appreciate you guys so much. Have a great night. Take care of yourselves. And I'll talk to you tomorrow, baddies. I love you lots. Bye. Kinja.